another issue with it is that I don't actually own these assets, and I can't actually release these. So I can't release FPS land to everyone if I'm using assets that I don't own. Well, I mean, I own them. I'm allowed to use them and put them in a project, but I'm not allowed to redistribute them in a source manner. So I'll actually be using some assets from Kenny.nl. I'm going to be using the nature pack, which is under the 3D pack. And these are actually all free. You can buy some, but they have quite a few different options. These are 3D, they have audio, UI. If you're doing prototyping and whatnot, this is actually really cool. And they do have a couple donation features as well if you end up liking their assets. But that's what I'm using. I'm going to be using the nature pack. And as you can see, I already have it imported. Just one moment, please. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I need to basically decide how big I want my level. And this is legitimately the first time I'm actually trying to design a level. Normally I get hired for programming and networking. I never get hired for level design, so I have very little experience aside from like post-processing and camera setup and things like that. If you have any suggestions, feel free to let me know. Yeah, absolutely. First, I'm going to drop in some grass, I suppose. And these cubes are really small. They look like they're about 2 by 2. I'm going to go ahead and bump these up quite a bit. All right, so there's my first grass tile. And, you know, I think I'm just going to scatter the ground with this and then build on top of it. Let's put that down here. And I'm going to zero these values out. There we go. And I'm going to duplicate, drag it over. I could probably just stretch this out if I wanted to as well, but I'm doing it this way in case I decide to remove one of them maybe. It's like the flag sticking through it. I'm gonna raise this up a little bit more. And I'm using my snapping hotkey control to get everything to line up. Yeah, this is a lot of meshes. If I just used one, it'd probably be way more performant. I might merge them in the end. Good chance I will once I have it, once I'm pretty happy with the level. All right, so let's see how big this is. Let's get an idea. Can't really tell too well from the bottom, but it's getting there. I think if I just do one more, I think I'll be all right. Okay. Now I need to get an idea of how big this actually is compared to my character. None of these have colliders. That's fine. I can just add a box collider on here. And I was hoping it would wrap everything, but it's not going to. All right, I'm going to do this the ugly way. All right. So now they should all have colliders. Just to make sure, I'm going to move my character over here. Let me go into my project and go to my prefabs. Drop my main character in. Okay, so he's above the ground. If I hit apply, now we go ahead and disable him. or get rid of him. And now when I hit play, it should drop him down right there. Oh, it did not. Okay, maybe because I'm not actually sure why it did not. That's okay though. I could probably just teleport it. So let me do that now. All right, so there he is. I'm going to re-enable it. What did I do? I accidentally copied the scale too, so I made him huge. Okay. All right. No, I don't have a network spawn point. I'm pretty sure Mirror just spawns at whatever's set on the prefab, but I changed the prefab and it still spawned there. So I don't actually know why it's doing that. So what I'm going to do instead, because I don't feel like trying to mess around with it and spend forever on it, I'm just going to move everything down. Actually, I'm going to move the grass down first. That way I know it's where I need to be, and then I'm going to move everything else down. All right, so he's landing on the grass. Let's move around here. It's kind of hard to see how far I'm going because there's no terrain or anything to go against, but I think I made this way bigger than I needed to. There's plenty of room, so I'll keep that in mind. I'm gonna go ahead and throw up the walls now, and I'll probably bring them in closer if I need to. So let's see what we have for walls. You just do plain walls as a block. We got some pretty cool slopes here. I think I'm gonna save some of that for the interior design though. Oh, here's a nice wall. Bring this up. Okay, so drag that over there. And I'm going to need something in between. So that'd probably be this right here. And I'm scaling them all up by 5 because, like I said, they're kind of on the small side. All right, so that needs to go back just one more. Oh, it does not line up perfectly. Oh, this is why, right here. There we go. Just like before, I'm just going to duplicate a lot of these. And now I'm just going to duplicate all this, rotate them. Okay, so what I'll have to actually do is I'll probably need to just make a new object, so I'll just make it corner and wall. Make sure it has a 0 offset for now. Good. And I can duplicate this, and I should be able to rotate it. And okay, so didn't rotate right. Why didn't you rotate? I thought I rotated you, but maybe not. I wonder if that's the snapping settings that are messing with me now. I rotated it right. They're just really high. So I guess I need to just level these out, and I'll probably fix it. I'm gonna level all these out on the Y because there's no reason for them to be all the way up there. Yeah, okay, so I just need to fix all of this real quick. Move these up. Go ahead and move this one over. And these can all be on the same Z. All right, so I'm going to drop them down now so that they're on the ground. And these are probably going to be the same, but I'm going to have to, let's see if I change the same Z on these, what will happen. Okay, perfect. I think this is actually too many because I don't think I'm going to need the arena to be this big, so I'm going to get rid of 2 of them and then move it back, snap onto the other one. Just speed up my zoom a little bit, I think. I know there's an asset that makes objects snap together, but I can't for the life of me remember what it is. It might even be built in. Okay, so same issue. Somehow they ended up on a different scale. This needs to be all one scale, or no decimals basically. I'm going to level these out too on the height, because these seem to line up really nicely. So I don't want to have mixed numbers because that will cause them to not line up really nicely. Well, that's a problem. So I made a mistake almost like right from the beginning. These are all on decimals, so I can't snap them together properly. It doesn't look like it's letting me use the snap key either, which will automatically put them on the nearest decimal or the nearest whole number. I believe it's control/, yeah it is, but it's not working. So let me fix that manually. Okay, 14. I don't know why it's not letting me do it, but that sucks. -9, -4. One, I guess. Yeah. Okay. 6, 11, 16. Okay, I'm going to disable this one real quick, and since I got everything situated on this, I'm going to use that one most likely. So let me just try and duplicate it one more time. Same thing as before. I'm going to rotate it, and I'm going to this time put everything hopefully lined up properly. I won't have any alignment issues. Like I said, this is my first time actually doing this, so it's going to take a tiny bit of getting used to. All right, so that looks like it worked okay. I think we have that set up. Now I'm going to duplicate both of these. I'm going to rotate this one -90. And I'm just going to move it down here, over here, Looks nice. We got this one. I'm gonna have to chop off 2 of the walls from this one down on the bottom. That way I can move this one over. I want to say I need to do -180. Yes. Okay. And I actually need to add walls onto this one because this is one of the chopped off ones. All right, so I just need to add on 2 walls, no problem. All right, so now we have a nice little barrier. And if I drop my player in there, I think we'll be okay as far as roaming area. Move the grass over a tiny bit. Go ahead and hit play and see what it looks like. All right, cool. Yeah, this is actually, I think this is actually a good working size. Oh, there's no colliders on those. Okay, I need to add colliders. Let's just do it this way. So many colliders. Colliders actually don't, even mesh colliders, they don't actually cost that much performance. A lot of people worry about them, and maybe on a really super complex level you should, but in general they don't really cost that much. Okay, looks good. I need to make them a little taller though because I was just hiking right up on them just a second ago, as you saw. Make them 10. Give that a try. I don't think that's going to be an issue. Oh. Why can't I? Why can my character controller jump on this? What the heck? Is it maybe it's because it's a mesh collider and maybe somehow it's clinging to the slope. So I think what I'm going to do is just add a nice flat box collider on those. So let's go ahead and again, I'm going to resize these. I'm going to undo all the mesh colliders because clearly that did not work. Okay, mesh collider is gone. Add a new object. I'm going to call it collider. Just going to drop on a nice box collider. And I guess it needs to be, who knows? Let's just make it big until it works. 45 and 10 high. And depth doesn't really matter, but I'm going to do it on 2. Let's do it on 5 actually, just so fast moving objects don't somehow magically travel through it. And I'm going to turn off auto snapping because I don't actually want this to snap to the terrain. All right, so I'm going to do a quick test against this one wall. Against this one? No. Is it this one? No. Of course, it's the furthest wall. Okay, this is going to take a while. Let me speed up my guy. Give him like 12 movement speed. Heck yeah. Okay. I still need to make them bigger, but this is fine. This works pretty good. Let me go ahead and hit stop. Again, I'm going to raise the height. And now I'm just going to drop on other colliders here. Duplicate that. Oh, that's the wrong wall. So I want this on the wall down here. And it's already the right size, so I'm just going to move it over. It's actually really hard to see where this is at. The lines are a little light, but I can barely see them. So now I'm going to just copy this again down here. I'm going to change this to 5. Probably keep the height. I need the height, and I need 35 should be plenty good. I just need to move it over a tiny bit. Like I'm trying to, maybe if I hide the grass, that might help. Okay, that does help a bit. It's blending in with my grass, so of course it was kind of hard to see. And I just need to do one more for the other wall. And since I can see better, I'm just going to check these ones real quick. That looks good. That one's probably too far back. There we go. All right, so I'm going to put my grass back so I don't fall through. Spawn in my character. Bring the speed up quite a bit. That way I can run around super fast. Test all my nice okay. Went right through that one. This one's too close because I'm clipping into it. Did I just... what the heck did I do? Okay, so those ones aren't working at all, apparently. Move this one forward a lot. That's not the wall I'm on right now, though, is it? Where's my character? I'm on the other wall. I still don't really like how close he's getting to that wall, but yeah, let's move this back a little. That's better. I like that. Let's go ahead and copy this here. I'm going to paste those values. Oh, somehow these ended up way back here. I wonder if I was looking at the wrong side of it. All right, take 2. That looks all right. Can't go through it. Good. Good. I guess a smart thing to do would be make them a prefab so that the colliders were automatically right, but too late for that now. I mean, it's not really, but I don't feel like doing that right now. Otherwise, it's good. It actually is. I know it feels tight, but I think once I drop in a lot of stuff, it won't be that bad. I do think I'll be expanding it a little bit, but right now it's fine. All right, so now we need some internal things. Like, for example, what could we possibly mimic? I'm going to open up something on my other screen real quick. Okay, apparently it's right here. I'm going to look up some possibilities of things we can make real quick, but I'm going to do it on my other screen just in case things pop up that shouldn't pop up. I don't have anything like that in my browser history, but you never really know. So Just taking a quick look at some pictures here. I know you can't see what I'm doing, but there's some really fancy stuff here. Way more fancy than I need. Okay, I found one I kind of like. I'm going to open this in a new window and then just drag it over. As soon as it loads, it's being really slow. Save picture. I'm just gonna save it because it's on Pinterest, and Pinterest is a pain in the rear when it comes to trying to preview stuff. All right, so here's the level. I'm not gonna make it exactly like this, but it gives me a really good idea. So I think I can probably put like a obstacle right here and put maybe just a track here that has a few walls perhaps, and I'm going to fill the edges with whatever's good. I think I'm going to leave a little more room between them, so with smaller things so you can maybe walk behind it. And I'll probably add some areas where you can walk up onto the ramps, for example. At least that's how it is in my head, or going from this picture. So the first thing I suppose is I'm going to make the fountain or thing in the middle, because that would serve as essentially a cover point. So let me go ahead and drop in the cover point. All right, so how big is this compared to my character? I don't think it's very big. I'm gonna have to go in there and check it out. And just so I don't have to speed up my character every single time, I'm going to actually just change it right now in the prefab. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have some kind of structure in the middle. I want to make it so that you can have the opportunity to kind of peek around walls, but also so that you can... Oh, this is pretty good. This is really good. So also so you can like have an open range, long distance shot if you need it. I'm going to go ahead and actually drop this, bring one of these over a little bit more. Maybe not too much. Perhaps right there. Nope, just kidding. I liked it how it was. Okay, so we got the log pile. This is the first cover point, and this game doesn't have crouch yet. So I might put in some areas where you can benefit from crouching, but it doesn't have that mechanic right now. So this is going to be more or less my fountain, and I can already tell that I'm going to have to make this bigger, but that's okay. The walls should expand pretty easily. Do you mean, when you say pathways in the structure, do you mean like inside the building? Because I don't actually have any buildings in here. Yeah. I have like things I can set up as obstacles. This is kind of neat. I like this. I don't quite know what I'm going to do with it yet, though. All right, so we have a lot of rocks. I think I'm going to fully utilize these rocks. This could probably be bigger. This could be a lot bigger. Let me go ahead and make this like 15 by let's say 25 by 10. I did not go for full body awareness because that is substantially more work. I don't think it's a necessity to make a game good. I think it could add in some cool stuff, but I don't think having full body awareness makes or breaks a game, at least when it comes to a first-person shooter. All right, so I already have an idea for this one. I'm going to turn this like so, and I'm going to find some more rocks. I sure hope they can't jump up on that and then just escape. I'll make sure they can't do it because that'd be kind of bad. That's big. Probably don't need it that big. I just kind of realized that I've been dropping in stuff without organizing it. So I might call this pillar corner. I need to make a new one called log pile. Okay, these are my two pillars. And I'm going to duplicate this one. I'm going to rotate it a little bit. Break it down a tiny bit, I suppose. I actually want to rotate it a lot more. That way it kind of stands out, like they can see these little platforms here. All right, so the idea of this one is that you can go up behind here and you can kind of peek around. And if you want, you don't have to go too far to move towards the logs. And I'm probably gonna have up something else over here. And I'm going to likely need to move this back a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and add on mesh colliders and see if my character can climb up these or not. I'm going to guess the reason I had problems before is because I didn't check the convex option. Okay, yeah, so this is still able to climb it looks like. And I've escaped. All right, so I don't know why I'm able to climb that because the character controller is set to have slopes where it shouldn't be able to climb them, but if you look, it just doesn't make sense. Yeah, so it thinks I'm off the ground right now. I shouldn't be able to jump. I might need to look into that real quick for the code too. Because if the step offset is 0, then it thinks I'm off the ground, but it might kind of be indecisive. Let me look at my code real quick on that because I should not be able to jump whenever it thinks I'm off the ground. So Close scripts, player, motors. Loading on the left. Drag this over here. Get rid of everything else because I have a ton of clutter. Okay. Yeah, so right. So it shouldn't let me jump because I'm not grounded. I wonder if the grounded property is flickering. Let me just do something real quick. You know, I bet it is. I bet this is returning true and this is returning false. And the character controller one is garbage in that sense of when detecting if you're grounded or not. So I'm going to try and only go off from mine and see if that fixes it. Alright, so I think I've stuck on the wall here. Let me just enable my body real quick. Yep. Okay, so I'm on the wall and it detects I'm not, or it does detect that I'm not on the ground and I can't jump. So it was the character controller that was saying I was grounded even though I wasn't. I think if she shouldn't be able to jump up that in the first place because I have a slope limit of 50. Which means you can't like run up slopes higher than that, but apparently you can still stick on things, which is weird. I'm gonna have to look into that because I can't really have that, and I can probably put box colliders around everything, but that's just going to be a lot of extra work. I may have to manually knock the player off from things like that. All right, so this one doesn't have a collider yet. Let me go ahead and empty collider. I'm going to add. I need to decide if I want to be able to bump players off from things if they're on them or what the deal is with that. Because I can't just go adding like a bunch of box colliders and things like this to like every little crevice. That'd kind of get old really quick. So I think I'm going to just figure out how to make them slide off. All right, so we got this pillar. You can peek that way. I think I want a few small rocks off to the side. Don't need it that big though. I want to leave the gap here so that you can see if they run through it perhaps. But I want it to be big enough so that it will obstruct the head of the character if they run by. So I want this to be above their head, but I want them to be able to peek through that there. All right, so that looks good. Yep. All right, perfect. Then they can just kind of mosey on back here, then go to the logs and check their corners. All right. So that is the first corner of my design, I suppose. Now, what can I do for the other ones? Can't possibly just make all these rocks, right? That probably wouldn't look very good. I mean, I could, but I could have a tent. I don't know what I'm gonna do with a tent. We got trees. Trees could be useful. This is going to be the most like backwards level you've ever seen. I need a lot more experience in level design. I was hoping this would look more like cut planks. There we go. This doesn't really serve a purpose. This is just here to make the player kind of give appeal and make the player step up on things. It could be one of those things where you step up on it and throws your aim off and you get really angry. That'd be nice. Definitely need one of those. I would like to add water, but I don't have any water detection yet. Let me get rid of this sky. Keep my stuff organized. All right, let's see what this looks like. All right, so we have this could actually probably be used and adjacent to this over here. I could probably make this ground kind of brown and then have this drop off into it and then have like trees over here. I think that's probably what I will do. So this goes back to what I was saying where I might have to change out the grass, and that's fine. Kind of expected that. I hope if I delete the grass here though that it actually fills out properly. So let me go ahead and hide it real quick. I just need to snap it. All right, so I think this might have worked to a degree. I may need something like this. Also need to be 10 by 5. Because I need to get rid of this somehow. I don't know if I have the pieces to join it up the way I want to though. All right, it might work. Need to raise it up a little bit, I think. Really hard to tell. There we go. So I have this as my grass. This is grass. maybe I just need to move this one over more. No, because it lines up there, but it's missing a strip there. So I may have to just put in a random strip right there. I don't really like the idea of that. All right, new plan. We're going to undo all this. Delete. I'm going to take this one piece right here. This is going to solve all of my problems. Whoops. All of them. So I'm going to put this over here, right there, and it needs to definitely be bigger though. I'm gonna do like 45 by 45. Move it back. And yeah, I guess I just need to get rid of the grass pieces that are over here now. Start from here. You hide these. And hide these. And I somehow, I think, have one or two more pieces right there. Nope, I don't. Okay. So I can actually use this, except I need to make it much wider. That's the wrong one. 70. Yeah, that looks all right. So this goes back to me saying I think I need to make my level bigger, because I think I need to make my level bigger. So let me go ahead and do that real quick. Okay, so that's that wall. Is that one? All right, so first I need to move this wall back. Oh. That's where I made my mistake. I moved the colliders to the wrong spots. Okay. I'm gonna move it back a little bit here. And this one I need to add in more pieces. I'm going to hide this one. And bring this back. Snap it into place. Like that's lined up. I just need to move this wall back more. All right. And of course I need to fix this collider first of all and put it in the right spot. All right, I'm gonna go re-enable my rock. And this is all right. I can live with this. Need to centralize that at some point, but that's kind of out there. All right, now we have a smooth transition. Great. All right, I'm going to grab some water real quick here. I'll be right back. All right. So I'm pretty happy with this. It's not fantastic, but it's okay. Except for the floating rocks, that's kind of not okay. Get one more ball. There we go. Actually, no, I'll keep it like that. I think my character can run through this without being seen. Log pile probably has to move though, because it is not in a great spot. I really should have made sure that these were all in the same, roughly the same area. I was way off. Roughly the same area when I made this. A lot of brown. A lot of brown. Looks like I can actually put a different dirt color on this. I'm gonna do that probably. Address sets. I don't know if I'm gonna make a new folder. Materials. I make a standard material. I call it mud. Really mud, but I'm gonna call it mud. Not this color, but darker. Oh, that's unfortunate. Can't have like a separate topsoil color. That's fine, I guess. All right, I'm not going to do it with this. Instead, I'm going to actually change the log colors. So, color. So kind of a mud. Mud. still have floating rocks. I can't really tell when it goes up. Kind of hard to see. I might need better lighting. That could definitely be a huge issue right now. I am going to move these slightly so that if they do step down in front of the logs, that if they strafe left and right, they're not going to bump up and down. That'd be kind of frustrating. All right. So now I need some kind of trees, I suppose. I'm not gonna lie, I think I'm going to end this level design thing a little abruptly. I'm probably gonna throw in some filler and stuff, but I don't think I'm gonna spend a whole lot of time on it because I don't really want to focus on entirely designing the level. Log trees. I'm actually going to move this over here with the trees this time. I don't really think that tree fits. Why someone would go over here, I don't really know. I just kind of want those there for decoration, I suppose. And these all need some kind of collider on them. I'm just going to add a collider. I'm going to add a capsule collider, I suppose. Radius is too big. That'll probably be fine. Let me just go run into that real quick. Oh no! Okay. Whoops. I didn't add a collider to my ground. That was a big oops. Is he even stepping up? Is like Hard to tell. No. This is all one level, but yet it doesn't seem like it, does it? Certainly looks like it's sloping. I know when I put down other ones, it looked like it was sloping. Maybe something's going on with the character controller. Yeah, because he's just kind of floating. I don't know why. Maybe it's my grass underneath. Nope. I mean, it's got to be the collider I just put on there because I fell through it earlier. So if I take off that collider, I guarantee you I'm just going to fall to my doom. Oh, okay. There we go. So apparently I need to uncheck that. All right, so let's see. You can actually get in here. Forgot to add colliders to the wall or expand it. Going too quick. I need to turn that down. Okay, so yeah, you can get in here and that's fine. I don't know why you'd want to, but it's there. So it turns out that the convex colliders apparently do not include depth. I'll have to look into that because I'm not actually entirely sure how that works. Okay. I need to make the walls taller too, and then drop them down a tiny bit. At least in the areas that are muddy. I'll probably just do them all. Oh, that lined up perfectly. Great. Make the collider bigger. Go. And I didn't add extra stuff onto this one, so this should be fine. And that's on level ground, so I don't need to worry about making those taller. These ones I do need to make taller though. Made them 13. Okay, then resize the collider. All right, that should fix that up nice and good. I think that's all I'm gonna do for now. I will probably add in more off camera. But yeah, I think I'm gonna add in a couple rocks, see what I can do. Try to get in like a high ground area perhaps, so that someone could get up there if they wanted to. I'll have to make sure that they can't see the entire map from it though, because that would just be completely unfair. All right, well, until next time, and as usual, thank you very much for watching. Oh, you know what? One more thing. Let me drop in a temporary link So if you guys want to join my server, if any of you are still here, I know this is probably not very exciting on the progress front. Let me just go make a quick link here. There we go. That will last for 24 hours. And with that said, I am going to go ahead and take off. See you all later.